Hey guys, hi and welcome to the video. In this video, essentially we'll be talking about Kafka in Python. This is lab number 3. First lab, we essentially made a hello world where we essentially were producing messages to a topic and the consumers were consuming and he was putting it to the Elasticsearch. Part number 2, we talked about what are the settings. For example, when a consumer goes down, right, and if the producers are still producing messages, when the consumer restarts, we lost that messages, right? So we essentially discovered three settings such as auto commit, right? Now this part, I'm gonna be talking about a very interesting part. For example, we have a situation where producers are gonna produce messages to the Kafka topic, and we have multiple consumers. We have consumer A, consumer B. They both are listening to the same topic, okay? So remember, I haven't covered the topics. I haven't covered the topic of partitions here, which will cover in the upcoming videos. But considering this scenario, right? Like I'm producing messages 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So any one of the consumer will pick up, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Say the consumer went down, but the producers are still producing messages. So technically, the consumer B should start from where the consumer A stopped, right? So in order to achieve this phenomena, you need to commit the messages. So if you come to my GitHub section, this would be lab number 3, getting started for beginners for Kafka. So let's understand by taking a look at a demo. I have a very simple consumer. All I'm doing is essentially printing the message, and then I'm using purposely the word commit here, right? I'm committing the message once the consumer is done, right? Similarly, this one also is consumer number 2. The job is essential just to print these messages, but this is consumer2.commit. And remember, both consumer have same group ID, okay? The group ID is essentially same, okay? Very important for us to see. So now when I start producing messages, right, there are two consumer that are listening, okay? Two of them are listening. Now I would start my producer. So any one of the consumer will start picking up those messages. I'm assuming consumer 2. So now and then what I'm gonna do, I'm purposely gonna terminate this in between, okay? So ready, 1, 2, 3, stop. So I stopped the consumer at around 8 or 9 messages, right? So consumer 1 should automatically pick up my messages from that point onwards, right? And this is very, very important for us to understand, right? So as you can see guys, right, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This is extremely important for us to understand, right? If you don't understand this concept and if you have multiple consumer, you might end up in a weird scenario. For example, if this consumer goes down, this consumer will again process the same message, and it will be a big problem for you guys, which is why always you want to understand the concepts and topic well. You want to do some certain labs and example, and you want to see, oh, okay, so this is how this works. Now I understand this pretty well. So this is how it works, right? And the next topic or the next video, lab number 4, I would cover partitions topic in a bit detail, right? I have been, again, as I said, right, I just want to show you, if I can show you here. I have been reading a lot of articles, very nice articles. I came across mediums and I love reading, right? So I came across here multiple, as you can see. So we'll come across the scenarios. For example, in this article, you have multiple consumer who's essentially listening to the same topic, but now here we'll introduce the concept of partition in the next video. But again, remember, I haven't talked about partition in this video, right? So in this scenario, it will be very fun to observe because consumer A is listening to topic 1, but partition 1 and 2. Consumer B is listening to topic 1, but partition 3 and 4. So when consumer B goes down, what happens to this partition 3, 4? So that load would be automatically assigned to consumer A. We'll see all this stuff by actually doing it, because that's how we understand things much better. Thank you so much for watching. This is lab number 3, source code in the GitHub, and you can also check my previous Kafka tutorials. See you guys in the upcoming next video.